Since 1990. Person. More than 5,000 species have been discovered outside the solar system. Planet. Stevens 3. He can take you anywhere in the galaxy. See you later. I will show you the wonders of the universe one by one. Some planets are extremely cold and extremely surface temperatures comparable to stars. Clouds in the atmosphere are made of destroyed from the stars. A zombie planet born in Jinzhong and the Milky Way build 1 trillion discovered planets. Their appearance lets realize how vast the universe is. It also draws a blueprint for the future of mankind. 2 will set foot there one day. To appreciate his magnificence, now set off for the nearest first stop. It's only 40 trillion kilometers away. First, we have to go through the entire solar system. After passing through the orbit, enter the icy science and technology belt. Here are countless ice cubes and meteorites. It is also the remnant of the formation of the solar system. Ren Shangxing is our old friend. He has a ring and 2 satellites of his own. Also in the solar system, the fastest rotating planet. And this spot of light is passing through the area, most likely caused by a recent impact. Certainly, it's also home to planets like him, such as Make, Gung. This is a red-colored asteroid. Has a thin atmosphere. At least in the Kuiper Belt, there are 200 similar asteroids. Between it and the Oort cloud, there may be more floating around. These will serve as future humans, an outpost for exploring space. After leaving the solar system home, we came to the nearest place to us, Centaurus. It is also the hometown of the Trisolarans. This is a 3-star system. Proxima Centauri orbits 2 stars of the Sun of Terra. After slowly approaching, there are 2 huge asteroid belts on the periphery. Further inside is our destination, Proxima Centauri Beta. Its mass and density are nearly the same as those of Earth. It's a rocky planet, and it happens to be in the habitable zone of the star system. This gives him excellent water storage capacity. Judging by its characteristics, this is the future of humanity. The first choice for exploring. Stand on his surface and look up at the sky. You will find the wonderful 3 suns in the sky. And at night, the brightest star is our sun. We know very little about it. His star doesn't seem stable. Maybe the summit of the star will destroy the planet in an instant. You can only know the truth if you go there yourself. And there's a fantastic solution. And that's using the NAMI light sail detector. If humans could set foot there, it's going to be transformative. This also marks our official emergence as an interstellar race. Let's continue to travel deeper into the universe to get to know this transcendent person. Class Understanding Scope Lees for 36b, a planet least similar to Earth. It is very close to the star. The surface temperature is as high as about 400. You'd think it would be rocky pulp, but this planet is similar in size to Neptune. It's the exact opposite. It's a frozen world on fire. Its attractive force vaporizes water in the atmosphere. The gas compresses into a kind of crystalline ice. It's called ice paint. Allows ice crystals to withstand high temperatures without evaporating. But because of the star's terrifying heat and attractive force, the atmosphere is constantly being drawn into space, leaving a tail 14 million kilometers long. Continue to go deeper into the universe. Came to a place 39 light years away from us. It's made up of tiny infrared stars, the galaxy cheapest one. Close to the star, there are 7 similar Earth-like planets. That Mercury's orbital distance can accommodate them all. The 2 innermost planets are similar to Venus. The surface is hot and has a thick atmosphere. The outermost planet is very cold. The surface temperature drops to -103 degrees Celsius. The 4 in the middle are all in the habitable zone, an environment conducive to the birth of life, especially the 4th star. It is considered the most suitable planet for immigration, and he's about 30 years older than the Earth. Humans may have appeared incomprehensible life form, but don't be too happy, because these 7 planets are all. The star's dawn is locked. One day, one eternal night. Such extreme temperature differences may be difficult to maintain life, but relatively, because the star gave him the temperature indicated, so that liquid water can be preserved. It looks like an eyeball, sparkling eyes, staring into the dark sky. That's Chen Hun County. The other 3 planets also have indicated habitats. Pleasant climate. The temperature is right here. It's a haven for life. These 7 planets are also the current scarf, the main observation target of the telescope. It will continue to search for signs of life in it. If one day in the future humans arrive here, you'll see 6 neighbors in a clear night sky near planet, and the dim sun during the day. The light and shadow of the campfire shining on the faces of the classmates. So it was a bit like camping. Let's go deeper. 64 light years from Earth, there is a world that seems very quiet. When we step into the observation, we will find it's a planet with a melancholy blue surface. There were tremendous winds blowing in the atmosphere. It has nothing to do with silence. Has the fastest known wind speed in the universe. Than the most powerful hurricane in the history of the Earth. The wind is 25 times faster. It's actually silicate that's sharper than broken glass. They are taking, if that doesn't scare you, 7 times the speed of sound, sweeping the entire planet. So feel the heat. The temperature here can even melt metals. About 600 million kilograms of metal per second is sublimated into the atmosphere. Such an extreme environment. Even the gods dare not approach. Keep going deeper. 400 light years away, you seem to be taken by a beautiful scene. Attracted. Brother Mao, in an instant, you thought you were back. This is the true Lord of the Rings. Saturn is not worth mentioning in front of him. Jupiter is a terrifying 100 tens of millions of kilometers. If you put it in the position of Saturn, then the night sky, it will be much brighter than the moon. Scientists even suspect, with moons bigger than Mars between these rings, maybe over time, these rings will slowly form giant moons. The study found that the ability to create spectacular scenes. The solar system did not form like this. According to statistics, nearly half of the hot sun galaxies, there is more than one star. This means that hundreds of billions of planets with beautiful Gemini. Some orbit 3 or even 4 stars. You can see 2 or even 3 at the same time. His own shadow. See evening and morning at the same time. For example, a ring of gas and dust revolving around the nascent Samsung system. This swirling nebula, it is also the birth of planets. Laid the foundation. The next planet we're going to. Planets with 3 stars orbiting. They look more like stars. Located in the waste 121 wall of the Galaxy series guardrail. Due to the tidal locking of the star, the permanent side of this gas giant star, temperatures reach over 3,000 degrees Celsius. It's hotter than the surface of some stars. Under such extreme temperatures, metals from the planet's surface vaporized into the atmosphere. When strong winds blow these metal clouds to the pages of eternity. And then something incredible happened. Due to sudden temperature changes, every element of iron condenses into a metal cloud. Huge dust wind. The storm blows from one end of the planet to the other, and accompanied by a majestic rain of liquid metal. But it's not the only planet that's rich. 21 light years from Earth, there is a fantasy star. Due to the extreme atmospheric pressure, high-density aluminum cap became, and in the same galaxy as the metallic planet, there is a more fertile sister star, Walls 12b. His core is probably made of diamonds. And of course, we can't see it through a telescope. It's coated with methane and carbon monoxide. It blocks 94% of the light. And because it's so close to the star, make its shape, it's being pulled into an ellipsoid. And because of the star's attractive forces, he is gradually drawn back towards the star. It is expected to disappear completely in 3 million years. However, for some corpses, death is not the end. When a massive star, when it explodes as a supernova, will take all the planets around at the end of a world. Perhaps it is the beginning of another world. The high velocity of star formation after the explosion, rotating core, inhaling huge clouds of dust, but the outer layer of dust cools and collects until a new world is born. Such zombie planets are very rare, but 2,300 light years away, this deposit, around a billion-year-old pulsar, there are 3 zombie planets. The one closest to us is Draugr. It's 2% the mass of the Earth. It's smaller than Mercury. But his two brothers are not simple. An evil spirit. One is called a nightmare. Each one is several times the mass of the Earth, exposed to the twinkling light of pulsars. The scenery on their surface is even more bizarre. Charged particles from pulsars fall to the surface, so that the entire night sky is lit up by the brilliant aurora, blinded by deadly rays all the time, and no star provides temperature. Such a world would seem impossible for life. But if a planet has an extremely thick atmosphere, then these rays are converted into heat, enough to sustain liquid water on the surface. They can even sustain life. But these strange creatures, perhaps beyond our comprehension, maybe not even Tai-Kai creatures, the journey has almost reached its end. We are 2,000 light years away from Earth, but they only saw the tip of the iceberg of the universe. There are still trillions of worlds waiting for us to explore. Some world bathed in the light of the center of the galaxy. Some worlds revolve around the western block of black holes. Oceans of some worlds. It can even hold hundreds of Earths. I want to travel to these worlds. Maybe only humans with extremely advanced technology in the future to do. Maybe remember, our generation is exploring the universe. The blueprint drawn